right, here's another little video for some extra color pencil techniques or just tips on how to use them. So hopefully you remember from the first video about color pencils that you always want to remember to work from light to dark, use light pressure first, and then increase your pressure as you're going, and then to always work in layers. As you're layering colors, it helps you to blend colors by layering. And I got some more pointers for you, so let me get my color pencils out. Whoop. All right, and here's another bit of advice, okay? So as you're working with color pencils, you're working with the pencils on the paper, but you're also working with the surface that it's sitting on. So you want to think about that surface. As you color things in, it may not seem like a big deal, but your color pencils are actually picking up the texture of whatever it is that you're coloring on. So even though this table feels pretty smooth, it has a fine texture to it as well. So what I like to do is just like grab an extra notebook or any paper I have sitting around, even if I just go like that and work on here, that's a little better, so that when I do color something in, I can get a much smoother color because my surface underneath is smoother. And you can actually see the difference right there. Okay, so put a little cushion underneath your papers that you're coloring on. Another bit of some tips are, okay, let's talk about white. Okay, we think we could blend white with other colors. Like if I'm like, oh, I want to make some light purple or some light blue or something, and you're like, oh, it's okay, I'll lighten it with my white. Well, the white doesn't do very much, okay? So, no, the white doesn't do very much, and except for like when you're working on dark paper, this shows up really well. But here, it doesn't work so well. So, when you want to achieve tints of colors, those are colors mixed with white. Well, your secret color pencil is just the color of the paper itself. That is what you can add to a color to create a lighter value. So, and by add, I just mean if you want a really light blue or light color of anything, you are easing up on your pressure. So you could get all these different light values of it. Okay, so you're working with the white of the paper. The white is its own color pencil in itself. It adds. And obviously the darker you want something, then the more you cover up that white paper. So that should make sense. And now one thing the white is good for is burnishing. So when we have colors and we're building up our color pencils, we're building up different colors, and we're pushing harder and harder, and we're building up the wax on the paper. And the more we do it, then the shinier this becomes, okay? And it does look really, really beautiful when you build up all your colors and you create that kind of shiny surface. The colors end up looking really rich, okay? Because you really push the wax into the tooth of the paper. You layered it and now it's like nice and shiny, and that's really beautiful. But sometimes, again, we need lighter values of something. So maybe I have coloring something in and I want it to be just a really beautiful light pinkish orange, just like that. So I created the value that I wanted. I created that light color, but I still want it to look burnished, but I don't want to affect that color. So that's what the white is for. The white can help you burnish something and kind of seal the color in, so you get a little bit of that shiny quality, but you're still maintaining the color that you wanted to make. So that's pretty much it on my tips for now. So see you soon.